As you can see, getting from one place to another can be frustrating. It hasn't always been like this. 100 years ago, we could get from place to place without seeing another person for days. With settlement of Florida's wild natural areas came people on boats, trains, and automobiles. In 1950, about 3 million people lived here, and only a third of them owned vehicles. Today, almost 14 million people live here, and over 40 million visit the state each year. That's a lot of people on our roads. The Florida Department of Transportation must manage the state highway system to ensure efficient flow of traffic and safe user conditions. Safety is a primary objective of the department. People are on the roads for different reasons. They use the roads to go shopping, to school, or to work. Residents and tourists use the roads to get to special events or attractions. Businesses use roads to transport their products as well as for service and deliveries. Consideration must be given to police, fire, school, other emergency, transit, and other public service vehicles. Pedestrians and bicyclists also use the roadways. To accommodate these different users, a system of road types has been developed. For example, freeways such as interstates and Florida's Turnpike provide high-speed movement of people and goods to and out of the state. Access to them is purposely limited. Other state highways enhance the movement of people and goods within the state. They are somewhat more accessible than freeways, but still controlled. Community roads are built, maintained, and operated by local governments. Local government decides what controls, if any, are placed on the roads. The Florida Department of Transportation designs roadways in accordance with state and federal criteria to increase roadway efficiency and safety. They must meet certain service standards based on the state of Florida's Growth Management Act. While doing this, they must ensure that access is provided to adjacent properties. The Florida Department of Transportation must maintain a delicate balance of providing accessibility and user safety while maintaining efficiency. As we already said, safety is a primary objective. All users must be accommodated on all roads under all conditions. Direct impacts of accidents are obvious. Indirectly, accidents impact everyone. It has been shown that when conflicts such as driveways and cross traffic are reduced, accident rates decrease. Depending on the improvement, as many as 8 out of 10 accident types can be eliminated.
You know, as far as law enforcement is concerned, if there's any mechanisms that can be put in place to keep cars from coming in contact with other cars, you know, traffic control can only do a certain amount, law enforcement can only do a certain amount. So anytime those things can kind of work together to avoid vehicles coming in contact with each other, they need to be looked into, they need to be studied, they need to be something as far as the initial planning of the roadways when they're originally built.
What can we do to reduce conflicts and improve safety on our roads? If we do nothing, traffic and safety conditions will get worse. So what are our options? We can build new roads. We can add lanes. However, if access and medians are not improved, the efficiency and safety benefits are limited. Alternative forms of transportation, such as walking, biking, and using public transit, can be encouraged by providing safe, efficient, and pleasant facilities. Access is described as any connection to the road system. That includes driveways and other roads. Too many access points can result in a decrease in traffic speed, congestion, and an increased potential for accidents. There are roadway management techniques such as signal coordination, reduction of curb cuts and access points, one-way streets, and the installation of medians that can be used to assist in improving traffic conditions. These management techniques are more cost-effective as well as less disruptive to the community than the construction of new roads or expansion of existing roads. Median improvements are one of the most effective management techniques that we have. Let's get a better idea how medians are planned, how they work, and how they help in minimizing driver conflict points and improving user safety while permitting access to the roadway. The major function of the state highway system is to safely and efficiently move people and goods while providing access to community roads and adjacent land uses. Studies show access and mobility are directly related. For instance, an interstate roadway that has no median openings or driveway connections provides a high level of mobility but is highly restrictive for access. On the other hand, A roadway with no median provides a high level of direct access, but provides much less mobility. The reason that mobility decreases as a result of increased access point is that conflicts, or the number of points where vehicle paths cross, increase as more connections to the road occur. Most drivers can only deal with one conflict at a time. Medians can assist in separating and reducing conflict points. The reduction of conflict points lowers the opportunity for accidents to occur. To further examine conflict points, let's look at the intersection of a 4-lane and 2-lane road that has a full non-restricted median opening. This intersection has the potential for 36 conflict points. That's a lot. A lot of opportunities for accidents or near accidents to occur. To help reduce the accident risk, the use of a restrictive median opening, where some intersection maneuvers are eliminated, can reduce the number of conflict points to 12. The elimination of the median opening reduces the number of conflict points to the bare minimum. Median modification projects can reduce the opportunities for accidents by limiting turning decisions for drivers. The objective is to find the optimal and safe balance between mobility and access, or the treatment which best serves the motoring public. Each median modification project is evaluated on a case-by-case basis. The first step engineers take is to evaluate the existing characteristics of the roadway. This includes collecting traffic volume data, researching accident history, and determining the nature of existing and, to the extent possible, future land uses which the roadway serves. Engineers also visit the project area during the hours of highest traffic flow to supplement the statistical data with actual field observations. The data and field observations are evaluated to determine the current operating conditions. The next step is to identify any existing or potential problem areas. These problem areas may include high accident locations, observed operational problems such as congestion or excessive delay, or roadway configuration problems such as left turn lanes. The use of U-turns is a beneficial tool in alleviating left turns at primary intersections. U-turns allow safe and efficient flow of traffic to properties where median improvements have been constructed. After existing conditions are evaluated, alternative strategies are developed. It's important to note that several alternatives are considered. How to serve the highest volume of traffic while minimizing the number of median openings, special requirements of surrounding land use, such as access for service vehicles, large trucks, emergency vehicles, and other site-specific items, adequate and safe U-turn opportunities, and median spacing. The engineers evaluate the benefits of increased mobility for the majority of traffic and try to make sure that they outweigh the inconveniences experienced by some drivers when entering or exiting the roadway. Alternatives are evaluated using computer simulation and other engineering techniques. A comparison is conducted, and a median treatment plan is recommended. To inform the public of potential median improvements, the Florida Department of Transportation conducts public information meetings. This allows citizens the opportunity to ask questions, voice concerns, and provide input for consideration. After the meeting, the engineers will carefully review citizen comments and determine whether changes in the recommended plan should be made. As you can see, determining the location and type of median openings is not an arbitrary process. It's based on detailed studies and analysis. To evaluate how people feel about median improvements, the Florida Department of Transportation recently asked drivers and business owners what they thought about them.
From a strictly safety factor, this setup is better than the wide medium, okay? For a convenience standpoint, it's a pain in the neck.
The improvements from the street Addison down towards 441 have been great, but the light here at Addison needs to have a turn signal going left.
The majority of the respondents were familiar with the median improvements and felt that the road was safer and traffic conditions better because of them. Many people considered U-turns an inconvenience, but most did not have a problem with the new median treatments along the roadway. Most business owners said their service and deliveries had not been adversely affected by the median changes. 7 out of 10 respondents felt that the median changes had little or no impact on their businesses. They also said they didn't have a problem with the current median treatment.
It's pretty much the same as it was before, except for the fact that when they went out here on Lee Road right here, they could turn left and go west on Lee Road, where they cannot do that anymore. They have to go out to the light at Addison, and I think that's helped as far as safety is concerned. They can only turn left coming in here. They can't go out and turn left to go west on Lee Road.
Results show that median improvements were not a major factor in a driver's decision to visit or not visit a particular business. Median improvements have other positive benefits. The improvements have served as catalysts for local beautification, maintenance programs, and community redevelopment efforts.
What we've found is that because of the design of the road, the timing of the traffic signals, and the way the traffic has broken up, it's very convenient for people to pull into a very safe haven or storage lane within the raised median, take their time and make a very safe and convenient U-turn to access properties that were very concerned about that issue.
Land is a very precious commodity and a limited resource. We can't just keep building new roads or widening existing ones as the only way to reduce or eliminate traffic problems. If our roads are not properly managed through maintenance of good surfaces, providing facilities for pedestrians, bicyclists, and transit riders, access modification to reduce the number of curb cuts onto a road, signal coordination to promote efficient traffic flow, or the installation of medians, it can result in an increased level of congestion and accidents, and that could have a negative impact on our economy as well as our community. These improvements can help make sure that our roads are safe and efficient. It may even make your trip home seem better.